One of my favorite types of content has to be watching people act so entitled and embarrassing, recording themselves in that scenario and then uploading it to the internet, thinking that everybody is going to pat them on the back and praise them for what a brave person they are, only for the entire internet to laugh at them. And that brings us to the Cheesecake Lady. Now this video is actually around a month old at this point, so it's kind of dated, but I just came across it and I really wanted to talk about it and watch it with you guys because it's too good. It's too good. And if you haven't seen it, you have to see it. And it perfectly encapsulates my entire disdain and disgust for the internet in general and just people online. So the video starts with her recording herself as a guy is driving her to the Cheesecake Factory. They are going on their first date.
Nothing. I'm just talking to my girls.
And after they park at the Cheesecake Factory, the guy gets out of his car and goes to open her door for her. And she's not too happy, okay? She's none too pleased at what is going on here.
I ain't getting out this car. Yes.
Would you want me to open the door for you?
Look.
Are you're recording me?
Yeah. This is the Cheesecake Factory.
Like, the fact that you're recording this to begin with is already cringe enough, but the fact that you then went on to like upload it afterwards it is mind-boggling to me. Like, I feel like I'm intruding on somebody's like private matter and it makes me really uncomfortable, but that being said, it also makes me very happy because this is the type of shit I love. Like, the guy is so confused, he's ready to open her door for her, you know, perform a kind gesture towards her, and she's just like, none of that. You see that guy back there? Say hi. Yeah, say hi, buddy. Say hi. Yeah. Cheesecake Factory. He wants me to walk into the Cheesecake Factory with him. Can you believe this shit, ladies? Believe this shit? Fuck no.
This is the Cheesecake Factory, y'all.
What's the problem with that?
This is a chain restaurant.
The guy is so innocent too. Like, he has no idea what's going on right now. He has no idea that he even offended her. Just the sweetest remarks back. Like, what's wrong with that?
Who takes someone that looks like this to a chain restaurant?
You want to talk about it? I'm fine with talking about it, even in front of them.
Oh yeah, I want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Come on, get up on in the car. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
Brain rot is taking over the entirety of mankind. You have to have some insane main character syndrome to act this way. To act this way anyway, but especially like on a date. And this guy's like being so nice and kind about it. He's just like, yeah, we can talk about it. We can talk about it. I couldn't even imagine being in this situation. If someone reacted that way towards me, I would probably act the same way this guy is reacting. I would just be kind of like scared. Like, sorry, do you have some sort of allergies against like cheesecake? It didn't say in your Tinder bio that you were allergic to cheesecake, so I thought it was okay. But I mean, we go somewhere else, I guess, you know, sorry.
Oh, okay.
I didn't realize this the first time watching this, but he had to knock on his own car door window to get her to unlock the door because she locked the door so he couldn't open it.
Oh, okay.
The audacity to lock another man's car when he's trying to perform a nice gesture to you, and then he has to go and knock on his own car door window for you to let him back in? God damn. So apparently this is their first date that they've gone on. Like, they just met each other. So he's taking her to the Cheesecake Factory, which is a fine restaurant, you know? I mean, it's a chain restaurant, but it's not like he's taking you to like White Castle or something, or like Long John Silver's. Even in that instance, if someone were to take you to like a fast food place or something, I still don't think I would be reacting this way with like this smug look on my face as I'm just like recording him for like the entire world to see. It feels very odd. It's very main character syndrome. It's pretty cringe to say the least. But then she goes on to give him like this long speech about what dating or courting, I guess, is like, and what he should be doing.
When you say I'm beautiful, and you're courting her, because I'm courting, so you're courting her, right? You're supposed to take care of her, you're supposed to cover her, you're supposed to protect her, cherish her, treat her well, right? That's what I said, though.
I agree.
No,
I went into this date as I expect, with the expectations for myself, to keep you safe, you know, to respect you, to pay for your food, of course, pick you up, of course, and just treat you like a gentleman, which I believe I have done.
I mean, you've been pretty
and then,
nice, but I mean,
And then
Yeah, I mean, you've been pretty nice. You did drive and pick me up, and you drove me here. You got out of the car to open the door for me. You were gonna pay for my meal. You know, you've been pretty. I mean, I guess you've been nice. But I mean, can we get back to the main point here? We're at the Cheesecake Factory. Okay. Did I ask to come to the Cheesecake Factory? Fuck no. Cheesecake Factory? More like the Cluster Headache Factory. Because you're hurting my head, you're hurting my brain with even the idea that you could take me and buy me food at a chain restaurant. So after she explains to him what she expects from a courtship, he then explains to her what he expects.
I, on the other hand, have certain expectations for a girl I go out with on the first date. I expect her to be respectful too. I expect her to be cooperative. And at least, you know,
What did I do that wasn't cooperative?
What did I do that wasn't cooperative? I mean, you did try to open the door for me, and I did lock it, and I told you no, and I told you to get back into the car, and that I was not going to step one damn foot into the Cheesecake Factory. But can you please just run it back? What part of that is me not being cooperative? Okay? I think that seems pretty cooperative to me.
There's a lot wrong with the Cheesecake Factory.
okay, well, look at my planner where we were gonna go originally.
See, now that's where we should have went. All right there. Call him.
No.
What do you mean no?
See,
I
I
know you
specifically
didn't.
told you.
My man. King, you dropped this? He then goes on to explain that he was going to pick her up at a specific time, and it took her an extra hour to come down from her apartment to meet him in his car, so he was just waiting down there for an hour.
I don't know you well enough to invite you up into my apartment.
Which is completely fine. That's a-okay. But then he goes on to explain that, well, this is a first date. Why would I spend, you know, a ton of money on someone I don't even know if I'm going to be compatible with? Why don't we go just somewhere like Cheesecake Factory? Which still, again, is not a bad place to go. I mean, it's not like the fanciest place, obviously, but it's not like McDonald's. Maybe it's just my upbringing, but to me, I think that seems perfectly reasonable. And then she goes on to say this.
Look at me. I cannot go in the Cheesecake Factory.
There's nothing wrong with
I will die.
So then he respectfully says, you know what, I'm gonna drop you off at home. We obviously aren't that compatible. If we're already arguing on the first date about going into the Cheesecake Factory and me paying for your meal, yeah, it's probably not gonna work out.
Maybe we're not right for each other. So respectfully, I'm gonna just drop you off at home.
Oh, no, he didn't.
But what I do think is funny about this is that she keeps talking to her phone and reacting to what he's saying, like she's reacting to an audience, and which she might have been live streaming for this, I don't know. But still, this is like the whole thing that I'm saying, like with brain rot and people nowadays, is that people think because they have an audience, because they can expose people, in their mind, I feel like it gives them a pass to act however they please to these people, no matter how shitty they're being, which isn't just the case with this lady. This is with a lot of people, especially with like IRL streamers or just content creators in general. I feel like a lot of them act like they have this pass to act a certain way to people. They can act more shitty to people because they have people that will back them up no matter what. So it's a-okay if you're being really mean to somebody, as long as you got your girlies, as she says. But unlucky for her, a lot of the times your content will go out to more people than just your core audience. So of course, when this video was uploaded, it went pretty viral, with most people disagreeing with the way that she acted, saying that she was acting very entitled, which she is. But then after all of this happened, a few weeks later, they went and had an interview together where she continued to spout the same entitled garbage that she did in that video.
The man is supposed to cater to you. I mean, you're courting me, so court me.
Mm-hmm.
That means wherever I want to go, you take me.
Absolutely.
Whatever I want, you buy me.
Yeah, I don't think that that's what courting is. Listen, I'm not an expert on relationships. I'm not gonna act like I am. But, I mean, we do have the dictionary. Courting, be involved with romantically, typically with the intention of marrying. Pay special attention to someone in an attempt to win their support or favor. I don't see where it says that you have to beckon to their every whim. Actually, since we're looking at the dictionary anyway, why don't we look up the word entitlement? The belief that one is inherently deserving of privileges or special treatment. I think that's a better description of what's going on here. But that's just me. That's just me.
How did you grow up? Who also thinks that way? I'm sure you have friends who think that way. I've heard it a lot.
I mean, everybody, I'm a beautiful woman, so I'm expecting to be treated like royalty.
I think it's kind of a two-way street, though, is it not? I think if you want to be treated nice, then you treat them nice. Like, I think that's a regular thing that most people know, is like you treat someone nice, and if they're nice, they're gonna treat you nice. If you treat someone shitty, they're probably gonna treat you shitty, even if they are nice, because you're treating them shitty. Having this mentality about someone is so fucking weird. Like, just from the looks of this guy, I don't think he's that rich. It doesn't look like he's poor, but maybe he doesn't have the money to spend on a really nice fancy restaurant, you know, every day that you guys go out. I mean, I don't think that's unreasonable to assume. Maybe every now and then he saves a little bit of money and you guys go somewhere more casual.
A lot of people like Cheesecake Factory.
Oh.
Now, so when I see that video, I'm thinking, okay, she must have some friends who probably would disagree with her going inside the Cheesecake Factory. Your peer group. So peer pressure probably keeps you from.
I would never live that. Oh my God! I would have never lived that down.
Wow! A date the Cheesecake Factory, they wouldn't let you live that down.
No, I have an image to protect.
The fuck? I can't even imagine what this woman does if she ever has to step foot in a Walmart. I just imagine every time she wants to go to Walmart, she has to like put on like a heavy coat, make sure like none of her body is showing so none of her friends know it's her, you know, maybe put a mask on, a bag over her head. Like, image, what do you mean, bro? You barely have an image because you're not that famous. 2, your image is forever stained now. Anytime that somebody looks at you, they're gonna be like, oh, that's the cheesecake lady. Image, you just ruined your own image. The fuck? But then our lovely man is talking about his experience, and it seems like he regrets some of the way that he acted, which I just have to say, buddy, honestly, I would have reacted the same way. I think most people would have reacted the same way, man or woman. Doesn't matter. That treatment is unwarranted. It is unjustified of what happened to you, bud. And I'm telling you right now, if I was on that date with you, I would have went in there willingly and I would have taken you home with me, buddy. We would have had a splendid night together. And of course, I do want to make this very clear. This is not just like a woman thing. I'm not going to act like, oh, fuck women, bro. Like, this is why it's so hard to date nowadays. It is hard to date nowadays, and that is definitely a part of it. But this happens both ways between man and women, and it sucks. And I feel like this is only going to get worse with how much people are constantly on their phones, making content, thinking that they are always in the right no matter what, and then uploading it and seeing all the backlash that they get and still not even acknowledging the fact that, hey, I might have been a little bit wrong. The internet has really just ruined all of our brains, including mine, because I continue to do this every single day. But you know, I'm going to continue doing it, and I'm going to do it for as long as I live, because one day I also hope to be able to live such a life in a way where I am so oblivious to everybody around me that I only care about myself. And, you know, then I'd have no anxiety about how I make others feel. And I wouldn't have that pressure on me, and I could live as willy-nilly as she does. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video when I do a cheesecake mukbang.